Hey guys, welcome back to the Smitty and Dee show. Of course, I am Toni Dee, and in the studio, guys, I've got a new friend. I don't know. I feel like he might be somebody who I might know for a really long time. Just got a hunch. But you guys may know him because he is a Nigerian actor. He's also a television host and an entrepreneur, and apparently a great guest, a future guest for the Smitty and Dee show. Welcome to the studio, Mofe Duncan.
It's so nice to be here, guys.
My Nollywood friend.
Absolutely.
You know how many fans we have in Nigeria? That's like our third largest market. Did you know that?
Look, I'm sure it's probably your second largest market.
It's well, actually it's third, but hopefully they'll be our second. Yeah. Just keep pumping this up.
After today, I'm
right. Come through, Mofe. Come through. All right, my love. Okay, so do you get recognized in America like you do in Nigeria?
Some states, obviously. Houston is a big Nigerian community going on in Houston, here in Atlanta as well. Mm-hmm. So, and on the 1st of October, I hosted the Nigerian Day. I was a host, so that was amazing. I had a lot of fans going on, a lot of people going on. Sometime last year, when one of my series hit Netflix, I had an influx of American fans. Yeah, mostly middle-aged.
Define middle-aged.
Mostly middle-aged, but I had a lot of them coming to my DMs saying, "Oh, I just watched your series," which, by the way, we just did a part 3. So that's gonna be we just did a part.
What series? What's the name?
It's called Sons of the Caliphate.
Okay.
I play a northerner. So Nigeria is broken up into 3, or has 3 major tribes.
And those are?
The Hausas, the Igbos, and the Yorubas. The Yorubas are like west. The Igbos are the east, and then the Hausas are the north.
What are the characteristics? Because that's what I want to know of all of those tribes.
Of all of the things. Okay, so the Hausa people are, they're the seat of power because the last president was from the north. So the seat of power was from the north. And so if they're very they have a lot of tradition, old wealth. Their accent is a bit different. So if I was a northerner, Kingani, I would be speaking like this. I'm here on the Smitty Dee show, so they're very articulate with the way they speak. Kubahakabani, they speak and they pronounce all their T's and their S's and their C's. And that's pretty much how I had to be that character for 3 months on the show. So when I went back to Lagos, I couldn't even speak properly. Yes, I was still speaking in my northern accent because I began to think like a northerner. Too much, So that happened.
Shout out to the northerners.
The Igbo guys, the Igbos are very, we would like to say in Nigeria, they're the ones who like business and money and, all of that. Because a lot of the, they're very, business driven. The Yorubas, we're not really sure where they're from. but they're a bit of a mix of both. Okay. They like money, wealth, they like a large family and all of that going on, respect and call me by my title, Oh. So Yorubas have more, so someone walking and if it's a younger person who would gesticulate, go on their knees and auntie, everybody's your auntie, everybody's your uncle, but the Igbos are not really like that. They're a bit more, where's the business coming out from?
Where's that money coming from?
Absolutely.
That is. So when you make a Nollywood film, give me an idea of what an actor would get paid versus what an actor may get paid here. And then what's the cost of making one of those movies? Look at him sweating, guys. I'm giving him the hard questions. I am Barbara Walters in this joint.
It's time for some tequila. Well, I can't really tell, but they're big budget movies. Like, for instance, since Netflix and Amazon Prime came to Nigeria, we get more funding to do more films or better films and things like that. But on average, when I shot the film, my first film in the UK was £10,000 to £15,000 for a film, which is really nothing.
What is that, like 30,000 here or?
Less
20,
than that.
20 to 30?
Maybe like $11,000. Yeah, but that was like a small.
Oh, it's double. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a small budget film. Few cast, few locations, and things like that. So it's not like a major thing. But because of Netflix and Amazon Prime, actors are getting more funding, more payments, more things like that. But you never really know because the producers who hire you don't really tell you what they're being paid.
Whoa.
Yeah, they don't tell you that. Man, it's
So you as an actor don't negotiate what you're going to get paid before you get on?
We do negotiate. We can drag it as far as we can, you know. But they always tell you, oh, the budget is maybe, for instance, say $100. For instance. But then really the budget on paper is like $1,000 or whatever. So you can drag it as much as you can. You know, you look at the film you're doing, you look at the mileage it's going to give you. Sometimes you cut your cost a little bit because, oh my God, I'm filming with Toni Dee, you know, things like that. Come on. You know, things like that. So you measure it up a little bit and you need to know when you need to charge and when not to charge. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
For instance, if for instance Will Smith came to Nigeria and you know wants to do a film with that, say, oh my God, you're filming with Smith, you know that's major. So you can't be, you know, you can't be dragging certain. I mean, that's just a personal thing for me, but other people are different.
So what would be the cost of one of those movies? Like the overall budget? So like for us, basic movie, $1 million.
Yeah.
That's like a low end movie.
That's a low end movie, yeah, but the naira is not really strong to the dollar. So $1 million is 100 million naira. You know, but they tend to spend more money on the production itself, location, cast, set design, you know, and they spend a lot on publicity for the film as well.
Got it.
Which we need in Nigeria, because in Nigeria we chuck out a lot of movies like weekly, back to back. You know, I mean, come on, in a month I can do like 6 films. You know, 4 days done next set, 4 days done next set. Yes.
You're Tyler Perrying it over there?
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, what a what? Oh my gosh. Oh, could I be a Nigerian actor?
You could definitely be a Nigerian actor.
How do I get into that?
I would cast you as
a reporter.
Not a reporter.
Oh
Jesus.
man, I was hoping to get the reporter position.
No, that's too much in your box.
Okay, all right.
I would put you as a top boss of an evil organization.
An evil one, gosh.
Yeah, whose main trait is seducing and manipulating people to get.
Sounds pretty accurate.
Something like that.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So enough about Nollywood. And I just want to point out, Nollywood has the largest, I want to say, industry other than Hollywood. Did you know that?
That is true. It used to be Bollywood, you know, the Indian movie industries, but plead the fifth. I think Nollywood has the highest shock out of films compared to.
Yeah. I
mean, obviously, I don't think we can be bigger than Hollywood because we're named after Hollywood.
Yeah.
So I think we do a lot of films. I remember when, like I said, I was filming in the UK and, you know, the DOP, the director photographer, was English, and he should have seen and rest 30 minutes. Should have seen and rest 30 minutes. So we're doing like 3 scenes in a day, which was not part of our schedule. So we had to cut him. We had to get a Nigerian assistant director, and they started trucking out 17, 15 scenes a day. You know, because come on, we bag like a lot of scenes in a day. So it's large. Our industry is large, and it also, because we do a lot of films in a day, so it's difficult. Yeah.
Well, all the directors and production, I want to be in one of your Nollywood because I'm obsessed now.
Listen,
I'm so serious.
Pull up, you know.
And I will have my hair on point too, because sometimes, you know, those wigs now. I'm just saying.
Listen,
y'all got some great, beautiful actors, but them wigs though.
Listen,
them wigs.
I need to. Let me just open up into how
y'all Tyler Perrying it over there.
Big ups to Tyler Perry.
We love you, Tyler.
Absolutely love him.
Yeah.
But it's grueling. You know, you get on set sometimes 6:37. You know, the ladies do their makeup for an hour. So from 8 a.m. in the morning, you're filming till 11 p.m. So imagine you have to do a scene at night where you have to look fresh, but it's 12:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to be worried about your wig or whatever, which you should be.
You should be.
But it's difficult because, you know, you gotta.
Yeah, you got other stuff to do.
It's grueling.
So if I'm ever cast, guys, understand I'm bringing wigs, okay? Bringing American wigs, and I know how to put them on. Listen, all right. So you've got a pretty interesting love life. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
You've been married 3 times.
Once.
1 time? 3 times 1 time?
Once.
Okay, so the Al Gore internet is saying that you've been married 3 times.
Yes.
What is the truth?
So that is one of the rumors that has been happening. So I've been married once. First of all, where are the other 3 wives that I've been married to?
I was looking for them. Listen,
please.
I was going to invite them to the show too.
I need to see you guys. I need my children. Like, what is going on? So apparently, in Nigeria, tragedy sells. You know, They don't want to hear that Toni Dee's made a millionaire. They want to hear how she's lost a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? So tragedy sells. So if you're going to tell a story, you know, sometimes, especially actors, you know, because you played so many characters, certain movie roles jump out and you say, oh, he's this kind of person. He's a wife beater. Oh, I saw him cheating on his wife. It's all imagery from the movies you've watched. I've not been married 3 times. I've been married once.
You heard it here first.
Brother, where is the economy to be married 3 times? Where is that?
Listen, if you got married 3 times, you would be broke.
Absolutely. Child support, you know, family bills, you know, and because in Africa, well, in Nigeria, there's a marriage of families. So even if you divorce a person, you're still kind of like friends with the family. And I mean, come on, if you make friends with your wife's sister and you're tight,
Yep.
So there's that connection, and it's kind of like long lasting, unless like it's a proper breakup where, you know, somebody was really, really hurt. But it's not like that. I've been married once. Just once.
Just once, guys.
Once too many times.
Calm all that. So what is that like dating as a Nigerian actor? Do you find women coming on to you more, or is it like you know, you're beating them off with the stick? What's happening there? What's going on? What's going on in Niger?
It's a thin line, because most times people just want to affiliate with you because you're Mofe Duncan. They want to just like, so it's difficult. And the problem is that people tend to think that because you're a celebrity, you know, you have to have a certain type of woman next to you. So they want to be that person. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've gotten scenarios where people be like, oh, I know you won't talk to me because I'm not a celebrity. I was raised right. I'm a human being. I'm a guy. You know what I'm saying? And
you have, I'm not even going to say. So it was a whole joke there. I'm not going to go. Keeping it clean for Nigeria, guys. Keeping it clean. Keeping it clean. But okay, so women are chasing after you. We got that.
Well, I didn't particularly say that.
They're chasing after. They're in your DMs like, hey, hey, Mofe Duncan.
I mean, if I work out and lose the belly, it's all over, guys. It's all done. Like, I'm coming for.
Fun fact. Dad bods are good. I mean, they're in Atlanta or in America, really.
Absolutely. I mean,
but mom bods are not, apparently.
I know.
Yeah, everybody's got a badonkadunk. All right, so not married 3 times. We got it. Okay, so this is another Nollywood question. I'm going back. Sorry, guys. Why are so many Nollywood movies, don't hurt me, guys, so bad but so good? So bad but so good.
It's like a double cheeseburger. You know it's nasty, but you just like the taste because, you know, it's just like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think it has to do a lot with our storyline. And I'll put it like this. I'll explain Hollywood movies like this, right? For the ones that are bad, please, nobody should quote me. You know when you're walking down the street or you're in the gym, right? And you see somebody that's really sweaty, and you know, oh my gosh, this guy's gonna have a bit of a smell. But your brain has to investigate if you're right or wrong. So when you're walking past him, you gotta smell him, or you gotta like, I knew he was gonna have a
but he was fine. Yeah.
But I mean, I think a lot has to do with our storyline. Our storylines are great, you know, and you know, some of the actors are also quite great, funny, hilarious. So it depends on your picking.
What actor do people compare you to in America or in the States?
I usually get Will Smith, and then there was Brendan Fraser.
Oh wow!
You know, a lot going on.
I was giving you Denzel. Was that too much?
Well,
I mean, if we're keeping it real, you're more like Samuel.
You know,
Samuel's been in a lot of movies.
He's been in a lot of movies. Yeah, Denzel. I would say my namesake, Mofe Damijo, is more Denzel because he's more in that age bracket. You know, I mean, but there's a bit of The Rock going on here.
Check it out, y'all. Check it out.
A bit of The Rock with a mix of Cedric the Entertainer.
Wait, what's that one comedian Keno? Oh my God, is it Rez? He was in what was the movie called?
No,
I don't know. It's a comedian, but his name starts with A. You remind me of that guy. Okay. Okay, so what's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you on set?
Wow. Okay. I was filming with this actress once, and it was a lovemaking scene, and you know, she was hot. I'm not gonna say her name because
we want to know her.
Plead the fifth. was hot, and it was a lovemaking scene, and she was supposed to be nude in the scene, so they had given her a tube to wear. And from the back, she looked quite naked, and I was obviously strategically holding her from the back, so I could hold the bed sheet so it doesn't fall off to reveal the tube.
Yes.
And the camera was on the side here, taking a side shot, 2 shots is on top of me, 1 from behind. And that says cut, and she's trying to roll over, and of course the tube completely exposes the orbs.
Okay. Was that really embarrassing for her or you?
It was hard for me to
really
get out of that.
But what do you mean, Mr. Duncan? What do you?
They were like, okay. They said, cut, next scene. Okay, let's go. I'm like, guys, I'm just gonna lie here for a second. just gonna breathe on this for a second because I could not stand up.
Oh no!
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
Did you ever fall or injure yourself?
Multiple times.
Really?
Multiple times. I've got
So you guys don't have stunt doubles, apparently.
No, we don't, because I mean, first of all, I'm 6'3", 338 pounds. Nobody can double me in the scene.
Hey,
come on.
Okay.
Pure chocolate. I'm joking.
There you go.
I've hurt myself a couple of times. I've ripped my nail out.
What?
Yeah, I've injured my elbow. I've injured my knee. Yeah, I've actually ripped my tendon out of my knee.
What?
Bruised my ego a couple of times too. a couple of times. Yeah, but it's been great.
That'll do it. That'll do it. All right, let's just clear up some rumors, because you talked a little bit about some rumors, but clear up some rumors.
Well, of course, I've said the one about the marriage. I've not been married 3 times. I'm not a wife beater. Okay.
Good to know.
Absolutely. I didn't get divorced because I beat my wife. No, I'm actually a feminist. I've got 5 sisters.
Okay.
So I'm really like, women are the top of it.
Yay.
What else? No, I'm not in the U.S. to get married and yeah, that's what it is. So you're Eddie Murphy in Coming to America. You're in the wrong city, sir. You should be in Queens. You should be in Queens. Absolutely.
So those are your rumors you want to clear up.
I think that's pretty much the biggest ones. The one about my marriage, because you know how it is because I mean I try to stay away from like controversy. But when my marriage went out, because I presented my ex-wife, she's an amazing person. She was young and cute and cuddly and all of that. So I presented her that way. So obviously when we split, it was, Mo did this, Mo did that. It was horrible. It was horrible. They came for me hard.
Oh, wow.
But my ex and I are still friends, guys. Like, we're still friends. I called her mother on her birthday.
Oh, wow. There you go. That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That's really beautiful. Tell me about your dad.
My dad.
Heard some wonderful things about him. I hope it's true.
Yeah, he's a great guy. His birthday was on the 2nd of October. He turned 92.
Oh, wow.
He's my hero in many ways. He was the first oncologist in West Africa. He's a professor of medicine, so very strict. My father grew up with, if you disrespect, you're going to get a whooping. So he gave birth to 7 children that we know of. Daddy. He was a Rolling Stone.
Right.
But he's great. He's back in Nigeria, getting his aging slowly. He's a golfer, played golf professionally for Nigeria, swam for Nigeria for some competition. And he's a professor of medicine, so he's into it. I tell you what, when I moved into acting, he was so against it. I mean, obviously, come from a professional family. 2 sisters are doctors. Both their husbands are doctors. One is a neurologist. I've got sisters and architects. All of that was big professional family. Education was a big deal in my family. So when I started filming back then, there was a stigma on actors because in the university, the theatre arts was the dumping ground for those who cannot become engineers or have professional courses. You want to get through school, go and do theatre arts. So it was frowned upon by my parents, my generation. So when I started acting, it was a big deal. They take drugs. They this and that and the other. My dad can't stop watching me on television now. Hi, Daddy.
At least he doesn't call you a clown. Sometimes when you're a comedian.
Absolutely.
You are a clown. Okay, so let's get a little deep here. What is something that Nigerians have gotten right that you think Americans or African Americans can learn from, and vice versa?
Generally or in the movie industry?
No, just generally. Nigerians, period.
We're very big on upbringing, commonwealth of family. You know, I had an experience last time I was here. I was in June. I saw cousins who were in their 50s who had never met each other. Yeah, we don't roll like that in Nigeria. Like you got to know your cousins. You got to know all your cousins. You got to know all your aunts. Like there's family gatherings from when you're a child. You grow up with cousins. You have family friends that you bond with, you know, and everybody's your auntie and your uncle. So that's one thing that's really strong, because even if you have a problem with your sibling, you got a cousin who can look out for you. You know, you can run to your cousin, you can run to your aunt, you can run to your uncle. So we have wealth in people that, you know, the Americans here, I don't know, but I tend to see that, you know, because America's even a really large country. It's massive. I mean, I drove in Houston 2 hours trying to get out of the country, out of the state.
You're still in the state.
Are we still in Houston? What's going on? Wow. Freeway after freeway. 1 hour to get from downtown to where I was in Houston. I mean, that's like one state to another in Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? So I think Nigerians have done that a lot. I mean, Africans generally, but I think, I speak for my people, we have the commonwealth of family, which I think that a lot of like people, and you know, Black Americans, a lot of people say, oh, I'm from Africa. You know, where in Africa are you from? You know, are you from Tanzania? Are you from Egypt? Are you from Nigeria? Where in Africa? Like, don't say I'm going to Africa. Where are you going in Africa? Because we're different people. We have different cultures, different tribes. Are you going to South Africa? Are you going to Ghana? Are you going to Nigeria? No, you're not going to Africa. Like here we say, oh, I'm going to New York. I'm going to Atlanta. I'm going to Houston. That's what we say. I'm in the US. I'm going to Houston for 3 days. We don't say, oh, I'm going to the Northern Hemisphere. Where are you going in Africa? Africa has like a lot of countries. Where are you going? So Black people need to know where they're from to get a lot of like history from where they're from and see and understand why they're certain ways. So I think Nigerians have really gotten that right generally. I mean, yeah.
And then vice versa. What do you think Americans gotten right that Nigerians can learn from?
One thing I'd say is parents allow their children to be independent. You know, from a certain age, 18, I know they push them out, you're an adult now, do your thing. That allows you as an adult to, it can make or mar you, you know, but you can start to forge your character early enough in your life. You know, back home in Nigeria, 18, you're a child. Where are you going to? To where? Come on, go on, sit down there. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's frustrating. Because I remember when I first got married, when I got married first time, I was 31. My aunt was like, you're a child. What do you know about marriage? Auntie, I know you're right, but don't come at me like that. Come on. You know, it's like you're a child at 31. What do you know at 31? What do you know about love at 31? But in America, it's like you're an adult from 18. You know, you can start to live your life, you can start to forge your own family, forge your own thing. I mean, I heard your colleague already say that he knew his wife he married from 19, you know, and then he stuck with it, you know. 19, you have girlfriend. Who's your girlfriend? What are you people doing? Come on, go and read your book, go and read your Bible. Go and read your Bible.
Do you, as a Nigerian, know the history of Black Americans? And what do you guys see about Black Americans in Nigeria?
We do know the history of Black American. I mean, history is a big part of, even personally, my family, because, you know, I'm obsessed with history and all those things like that. So we learn it. We know about Martin Luther King. We know about, you know, Malcolm X is a big part of our culture. You know, I mean, my brother was obsessed with Malcolm X. He had posters of him, all of that growing up, Muhammad Ali. So Black Americans are people that we look up to in our culture. I'd say that for free. I think Nigerian orientation is more American than British. I think that's it. I mean, I was just different because I grew up in the UK. So, I mean, my family's in the UK, all of that. So we have more, I'm tend to more etiquette personally, you know, open doors for a lady, you know, fucking nice. It's fucking nice to eat chicken wings.
Listen,
so
you don't even want to see my chicken wings. Too much meat.
I think Black Americans, I mean, we emulate more, you know, personally growing up, you know, we have more Tupac, more Biggie going on. So we kind of like watch you guys a little bit, but not a little bit, a lot bit. But I think we really respect what you guys have done. You know, obviously, I mean, I don't think that in Africa, although a lot of our countries were colonized by other people, the British, the French, Belgian, all of that going on, but the storyline of all of that still comes from America.
Yeah.
What you guys fought for, how you guys fought for your stuff, Rodney King,
Yeah.
things like that. So
OJ? No, I'm joking. I'm joking about OJ.
She said OJ. Mofe Duncan was not present during the comment of that.
All right. So, if you had any advice for Americans, and my next question, and you can combine them, is do Nigerians like or dislike African Americans? But what's the advice? And then do you guys like us? Or backwards?
I love you guys. Personally, I love you guys. I don't think that I don't get the sense that we don't like Black Americans in Nigeria. That's not the vibe I get. Nigeria's actually a very happy country. So if you came in and said you're American, oh my God, we'll treat you right. All of that, we'll protect you, this and that and the other. So I don't.
Know what we would say if you came?
No.
We'd be like, oh, here's this scammer.
Yeah.
That's really what they think.
That's what they think, and of course of Hush Puppy and all of that, and of course it's the thing that we the ambassadors of Nigerian culture, the celebrities, what. I need to tell you a story about this. But anyway, I was like, what's making noise in my pocket? Thought I had a Magnum. We the
oh Lord.
I'm sorry, cut that out. I don't get that sense. I've never gotten that sense growing up that we don't like Black Americans.
Okay.
I got cousins who
You know that in this culture, I hate to cut you off, in America, Nigerians that grow up here, they say that their parents oftentimes separate them from African Americans. Did you know that?
Yes, I know that, and it's because of the oppression that we felt going on. Obviously.
What do you
I
mean?
even felt it in a hotel I stayed in last weekend. Asked for my ID and I gave my Nigerian passport and it was horrible. They put me in a horrible room. I'm not going to say the name of the hotel. But they just completely just said, oh, he is just put me in a terrible room. Smelled and all of that.
What?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, no.
So just because of my green passport.
Listen, I am a whole Karen. I'm the Black Karen. I'm calling down. I'm talking to managers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But when my friend had to come and she raised hell and all of that going on and then put me in the bedroom.
Good.
But I get that everywhere we go. Switzerland, when I was in Switzerland, even in the UK, it's like once you bring out your Nigerian passport, it's like, oh, go to the next counter. The person that will attend to you.
Oh!
All the time.
Really?
Yeah. So we don't really have it good because I agree that some Nigerians have really been bad to Americans. They've scammed them. They've done all of that. But I'm sorry. There's also been with this day of social media, you can verify stuff. If you think you're talking to a Mofe Duncan who's been sending you love messages, you can verify stuff.
It
okay.
Ain't him.
This Twitter, this Facebook.
Listen, he's got 3 wives. He doesn't have time.
Stop it. Stop it. Peppermint, tell her to stop it.
What's your advice for Black Americans?
Learn from where you're from. Learn where you're from.
How do they do that if they don't know? Because we're mixed of lots of
a lot of people I know. Just do your DNA test. Check your history. You're 33% from somewhere in Africa. Just find where you're from. Just learn about the culture. Learn about it. Stop saying that you're going to Africa. Where are you going in Africa? Learn where you're going. Learn the culture. Learn all of that. Don't just come in with I'm going to Africa. Well, I was in Africa last week. Where were you in Africa?
Yeah.
Just learn where you're from. Just the fact that you can, sentimentally carry that on to your children if you do want to have children.
What are the images that are shown of Black Americans in Nigeria?
Sagging jeans. I'm just
Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the there are a lot of movies like that, but yeah, it's a mix of things going on. We see a lot of shooting going on, both from cops shooting blacks and blacks shooting themselves, and all of that going on. So it's a mix of things. But if you're wise, you'd find the needle in the haystack.
What's next for you?
Well, personally, I'm working on a film. I've got a bunch of other colleagues. We call ourselves Sync. Sync means 5 in French. We're a group of 5 Nollywood actors who have come together to try and change the system. Change the system in the sense that, We try to, affect the system from the inside. COVID taught us a lot of things, which is that the virus can really, really spread. And if you can affect the system from the inside, you can spread and be certain people, learn and all of that. So we're trying to push good scripts, good productions, good storylines, good collaborations. I mean, if I go back to my boy and say, yo, guys, I met Toni Dee. She wants to be an actress. Boom. Right there.
You heard it first. I want to be a Nigerian actress. I'm serious. I went to acting school and everything when I was young. I really thought
Stop it.
No, I'm serious.
Give me your best.
Oh, what do you want?
All right, hold on. Give me.
Wait, hold on. Wait, what are we doing? Let me get ready. What are we doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here on Smitty Dee Show, the podcast. We've got the great Toni Dee actress, and this is our first edition live on Smitty Dee. Today I'm going to have her talk about the first time she walked in on her daughter smoking.
Wait, what?
What?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, my God. It was...
She walks in on her daughter smoking a cigarette. 3, 2, 1, action.
It was Black and Milds, actually. She had black lips, and it was just... she's light-skinned. She was never going to get married with those black lips. I was broken because her dad died from that. Did I pass?
You did pretty well without the tears.
Okay.
Do you know that laughing is actually more difficult than crying?
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can cry really easily, but I wasn't doing it with this makeup, child.
No,
we weren't.
Makeup is on fleek.
We weren't doing it with this.
No, I find laughing to be more difficult personally because you can laugh and it still looks fake. Like, why is he laughing? What's funny?
Yeah. No, I can laugh on cue. Like, I'm really good at that. All right, so Mofe Duncan, are you ready for? You might need to take a drink.
I might need to take a drink.
You might need to take a drink.
Hey, JoJo, where you at?
For random questions. He's about to die, y'all. Somebody please get him some. All right. Who makes the best jollof rice?
Nigeria.
What?
Straight up.
Who said so?
Free. Although I heard that it's actually not even a Nigerian and Ghanaian dish. It was originally from Senegal. But that jollof rice is bomb.
Okay. I don't have an opinion. Well, actually, I do, but I'm not going to give it. What is your go-to food? Like, it's home for you.
Ramen noodles, sausages, some corned beef going on with some peppers and onions and garlic minced with some coconut oil and a little bit of butter, and push it down with a nice mix of Coke and flavored water.
That sounds amazing.
And a shot of tequila.
Hey.
It's all over, Jackie. Don't cry, don't beg. Got me singing some soul music. Down by the river.
That sounds terrible, by the way.
Absolutely.
For a Nigerian to sing an old Negro spiritual. All right. Like, you don't know our pain. I mean, you guys know your own pain.
Down by the river.
Okay, so 3 people you would have dinner with, living or dead.
Michael Jackson. Obviously.
Why?
Michael Jackson. I mean, come on. It's Michael Jackson. I grew up with Michael.
He is
such
the king.
a big, huge inspiration. Got it. Denzel Washington.
Ooh.
Absolutely. And I would really say Superman, but he's not really, it's not really fiction. I'm sorry. So I'm just going to go with...
I'm mad that not one Nigerian is on this list. Y'all see what y'all did to this culture?
I'm not even done. I have one more name.
He said Superman, Denzel, and Michael Jackson.
I'm gonna say one more name.
Not one Nigerian.
One more name. I mean, gosh, Renee Zellweger.
Boo!
Listen.
Are you serious?
Listen, Renee did something to me growing up. She did something to me growing up. I don't know what it was.
It was her eyes. You know how they were hooded?
Renee was, I was like, just.
Oh, what about Kate Winslet? I love Kate Winslet.
Oh, Kate.
I love Kate.
I know, but
But she's not Renee.
She's not Renee, and she's like perfectly slim and all of that. We African, we like a little bit of meat.
That is true.
That is true.
That is true.
I love you, Kate. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we okay. All right. So, what lessons do you think you personally have to keep learning? Like, you're like, man, I still didn't get that lesson right. I didn't get that. What lessons are you being taught constantly? Like for me, I'm never on time.
I'm chaos. I'm absolutely chaos. I mean, I thrive in my chaos. Like, I would pack for a 2-month trip the nights before my flight. I would I would know exactly what I need to take. I would do my laundry, iron my clothes, and my underwear the night before my flight.
You're that guy.
Absolute chaos. Like, I would read the night before exam and ace it.
You are inspired by last minute behavior.
It's just like
procrastination is what we call it here.
Because I just feel like there's a lot to do, but then when you have like short time, it kind of streamlines what you can do.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tweet that.
Yeah.
Tweet that for a second.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everybody around me be like, my manager's like, Mo, get it done. I'm like, hang on a second. Let it breathe. You know, you gotta let the wine breathe. Everybody around me hates it.
Oh my gosh.
I have to learn to be more deliberate and more on time and things like that.
So procrastination. All right.
It's a Gemini thing.
It's a Gemini thing. This and my whole staff want to know, how many kings and princesses are actually in Nigeria? Because I've met about 7 of them just this year alone.
8, including me. I'm a prince. I'm joking. I'm joking.
If I see one more Nigerian
maybe my
prince.
Peppermint's a prince. There's so many. There's so many tribes.
Is that what it boils down to? They're princes of tribes?
Tribes, areas, you know, it's been like so it's like this area has an Oba. Oba is a king, you know, and he's a title. So there are many titles in different parts of communities in Nigeria. You know, it's not like a monarch system in Nigeria, but they're really well represented and respected. So every Oba has a prince, and of course, because it's an Oba, he has like amount of wives and amount of children, so amount of princes and princesses going on. But it's a tribal thing, going on.
So they're telling the truth? Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh yeah, absolutely. If they say he's a prince, he's a prince.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and sometimes it's been bestowed upon them. By virtue of their position in the community, what they've done, who their father was, whatever they can be saying. The king can say, okay, I make you a prince of this city. Now, if by virtue the king dies and doesn't have any lineage, the lineage goes to the next possible prince, and then he becomes the king. But it's a big deal. Like, we absolutely love it.
We don't.
I'm the king of Zamunda.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Why are Nigerians so loud? And
sister, we have to be loud.
Right, what do you mean? I'm trying to find out. So, and loud and flashy. And is that where Black Americans get their loudness from?
I don't even know, man. But sometimes it's like quiet, you know. So, my very first day I stepped into Switzerland. I got off the train from Paris. And the guy walking past me was Nigerian. He's like, where you they go? I know where you dey. I'm like, God, why?
That's why y'all passports get dismissed.
We are in Alaska. The Nigerians in Alaska, go find them. I'm sure they're in Alaska. We're everywhere. But I think it's just because of our culture and our buoyancy and our exuberance. I mean, they're very quiet Nigerians. But I think growing up, I know personally for me, I was really a small kid growing up. I was like really small. Yeah. All this chocolate was not there before. You know, I was really tiny growing up, and I was bullied a lot, you know, but then I had a brother who was like in my school and who was like 3 years my senior in class. So I was protected. My sister was also my senior, so I was protected. But I was bullied because I was tiny. So sometimes you have to fight for yourself on the pitch, on the football pitch, basketball court. You got to fight for yourself. So we kind of grew up with that thing that, you know, don't mess with me. Who do you think you are? You know, it's quite annoying, to be honest, but you know, we just go all out.
Can you teach me how to make that? I can't do it.
Hang on a second. I got a video of this. Come on. Wait, hold on a second.
Wait a minute. I see all of my Nigerian friends do this, right?
Okay, go ahead.
And so I feel disrespected because I don't know how to do it. But
go on. Let's try.
Translate. In American, it's, but in Nigerian, right? In Nigerian, or is that even a thing? Y'all go. Show me how to do it. I don't even have enough saliva in my mouth to do that.
It's kiss your teeth, so you like to suck it in.
It's so disrespectful.
It's ridiculous. Like, if you can interpret that mentally, Like if we had like a Jarvis or a Cerebro to actually interpret what that means, there's a lot of curse words in there. Yeah, it's
I feel it.
Yeah,
I feel it.
yeah.
Okay.
Oof.
All right. So, about your friends, you got a group of friends that are not judgmental.
Yes. I've got friends who I grew up with from primary school, which is like, I don't know how you guys call it in America, but we had primary, secondary, and university. I've got friends from secondary school and university, and the people who, you know, I can be myself around. You know, I don't really keep friends who are arrogant, because arrogance is a real turn off for me personally. I mean, I'm humble, but my pride is huge. So I say I'm tamed. I can't consider myself to be tamed. So I like friends who have like minds, who feel my winnings, who are not envious of my winnings. And if I can celebrate your victory as mine, then, you know, I consider you to be part of my circle. You know, so I tend to have friends who like to laugh. So if you can make me laugh, you're my friend. Hey, listen, catch cruise. You know what I'm saying? So,
what's your advice for picking friends?
Vet them. But listen, nobody is jollof rice, so nobody can like you. Not everybody can like you. No one is plantain. No, not everybody can like you. And, you know, you are not born with these friends. You met them on the way. So feel free to lose friends if you have to lose friends who are affecting you or affecting your mental health. I think that friends are important. Family is also important, but your mental health is the most important. So if you have a friend who betrays you, come on, Judas betrayed Jesus Christ. So take it on the chin. Advise yourself on what you're gonna do with that friend. You don't have to be friends with this person, but when you're picking your friends, you know, pick friends who don't make you lose who you are. You know, you don't have to feel stressed or strained. I'd say this for free. One of the most undervalued things on this world is friction. Friction is what makes you hold a cup, what making me tease, what making you hold your neck. Once there's too much friction, there's what? Heat. And when there's too much heat, one of y'all are gonna burn. So once there's heat and friction, gotta disengage.
Ooh.
You have to disengage.
Ooh.
Or you gotta lubricate it. Lubricate it is by talking about it, understanding like, yo, Tony, my tequila glass is finished.
That's not a Tony, that's a JoJo.
JoJo. Friction. My friend. But yeah, you know, don't be afraid. You know, friends will betray you, but it's all right. It's all right. And husbands will betray you, wives will betray you, but it's all right because where you're going, you know, sometimes they're not supposed to be there.
Amen. Final question. Okay. It's
yes,
the end.
I'll marry. I'm joking.
It's the end. Okay. It's in.
The end game.
It's the end, and God is there. You're up in the pearly gates, if that's what you believe, right?
Yeah.
What do you hope God says to you, and why?
First of all, I'd like him to call me my son.
Ooh.
So my son, and then his next words should be, I hope it's well done. Take a seat.
Do you think you've done well?
I think I'm a man of good character. I mean, I don't go around hurting people, talking bad about people. I'm in my lane. And if you come in my lane and there's space, please join me. If there's no space in my lane, I'm not gonna go out of my lane to accommodate you. I can exit 118 to go somewhere else. But my lane is my lane, you know? So I think I've done pretty well. I mean, of course, I'm obviously hurt some people in the past. I'm sorry. You know, I'm not perfect. No one is perfect. No one is soft of a ripe plantain with fried eggs and milkshake. And
It sounds delicious.
Right, focus, Mel. Yeah, but I think I've done pretty well. I mean, you know, I go to church when I can. I pray when I can. I respect that there's a God force and a universe force. So I hope God says, well done. Well done, Mo. Good job. You know? God, are you listening? You're listening. Okay.
Yeah. Tell them where they can find you.
My Instagram is @Mofe Duncan. So it's pronounced Mofe, which is Mo, like
I've
Mo
been
money.
saying Mofe for the whole day. He's just let me, y'all.
Mofe in Afrikaans means homosexual.
Mofe. Got it. Mofe. I'm so sorry.
When I was in South Africa, I used to use my English name, Josbert, which I don't know why my father called me that. It's more ancient. But anyway. Mofe Duncan.
Okay.
It's @Mofe Duncan on Facebook and Snapchat. And my number is 213.
Wait, no! Don't do that. Don't do that. You get all the crazies.
All the crazy.
Well, thank you, Mofe Duncan. See, I said it right.
I've had fun, Toni.
Yeah.
You're a great host.
Yay! Good job, good job. We'll pay you later, sir. We'll pay you later.
Pay me later.
And drinks.
My salad. I'm joking.
That's all we can afford. Nah, I'm joking. But guys, if you've enjoyed this content, and again, shout out to our friends in Nigeria, because we've got a really large, very large fan base in
so
Lagos,
much. We
especially.
appreciate that.
Yes,
We
we
appreciate that.
love you guys. Of course,
Absolutely.
you can see that I'm from Niger. You can see this face. But if you guys want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe, like, share, and comment. And if you want to get in contact with us directly, you can reach out to us at smittyand.com or info@smittyand.com. And remember, guys, we gotta take care of one another.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, we're done. Bye.